Some people love tinted taillights, some people hate tinted taillights, and some people love to hate tinted taillights. I actually like tinted taillights a little bit, especially on the right car, but what I really don't like is really bright red, ugly ass taillight lenses. Grosses me out. So although I really hate these tinted overlays that the previous owner put on this Corvette, I really can't stand the bright red lenses underneath or the bright red brake light. So we're gonna tint them with some light smoke vivid vinyl, do it the right way. Thick. I've actually sprayed taillights before, you know, a couple of coats of VHT nightshades, do a little bit of wet sanding, clear coat, a little more wet sanding, polish, and then seal. It turns out really good, looks very OEM, but it's a lot of work, and vinyl is relatively simple. Might be my famous last words, but that's what we're gonna do with it today. First things first, just wanna clean them up a little bit. Ugh. All right, it got nice and clean now. The detailing spray has like a sort of a waxy characteristic to it, so we don't want to leave that on there. So we'll have to take a little bit of mineral spirits, make sure all the waxes and greases are cleaned off of it so we get proper adhesion with the vinyl. Definitely want to make sure the mineral spirits is dry because you won't get proper adhesion if it's not. So like I said, we're using Vivid Vinyl Tint. This is just a light smoke, so it's not going to be even close to as dark as what those overlays are, which is also good. Gives you a little bit better visibility with the light coming out of the taillights. This is actually what I use on my Nissan Titan taillights. It looks very, very nice. You wouldn't really know that it's not factory, but it knocks down the red a little bit, so it's much more attractive. Might be wondering why I put it off center a little bit, but I noticed as I was laying it down that there is a mark from where the little piece of tape was keeping the roll from unraveling, and I didn't know how much that was going to show up, so I tried to put it off to the side as much as I possibly could. Just going to cut right along the edge of the lens. Just like factory. Another thing I like about using the vinyl tint is that it can cover up some imperfections. So if you have some scratches or things like that on your lenses, the tint sort of makes that go away. It just kind of turns everything glossy. However, on this lens, for example, you can see where that overlay was really rubbing for a long time. And it's really worn this lens out. Now, I think the tint would probably kind of make that go away, but it is a pretty substantial difference between the lens itself and where it was scraped. So I'm gonna try to polish this up quick and see if I can make a difference. Better. Man, I really can't believe the difference that it makes. Huge difference, night and day. It doesn't look cheap like those cheap plastic overlay covers. Still has a hint of red, but we're a far cry away from that bright, nasty red taillight lens that comes on these factory. Looks so good. I'll do these side markers at a later date just so everything matches. For now though, I'm quite pleased. The rear end of the Corvette is looking pretty sharp. If you guys are considering taking on a similar project, make sure you check out the links in the description below. I'll have the Vivid vinyl linked there. It's relatively inexpensive, it's glossy, lasts a long time, it's easy to work with. There's light smoke, which I use today, and dark smoke as well. So there's a couple of different options for you depending on how dark you want to go. Easy product to work with. I've used it on a bunch of cars, on a bunch of different taillights, and I'm always happy with the results. So check it out. Otherwise, thank you guys very much for watching this video. A lot of stuff coming for the Corvette. We're moving quick on this project, so I hope you follow along. Subscribe if you haven't already, of course. Appreciate you watching this one. See you in the next one.